Welcome back to White Mountains today, and our guests from the Weather Vane are here with us again. We have Ethan Paulini and Carrie Greenberg. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
So we're approaching the end of September, and your season is somewhat winding down.
In terms of weeks, yes.
Yes.
We close on October 9th, so we have about 2.5 weeks right now. But we have 3 shows that are currently playing with a 4th show opening next week. So we don't get to breathe quite yet.
Wow. And so what are those 3 shows that are playing now?
Well, so right now we have Blood Brothers.
Yeah.
The international smash hit musical. And then we also have Intimate Apparel by 2-time Pulitzer Prize winner Lynn Nottage. That just opened last week. It's being really well received. And then rounding out that trio is a class act, which I'm going to let Ethan talk about a little bit.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so A Class Act is a great musical that came out in 2001. It is about Ed Kleban, who is not someone that people know a lot about, but he is, his sort of claim to fame is that he wrote the lyrics to a chorus line.
Okay.
And in addition to writing lyrics to a chorus line, he was a wonderful composer, wrote a lot of great music. He passed away at a pretty young age, at 48, from cancer, and the show sort of chronicles his life and shows you how Chorus Line came to be. So all the famous people like Marvin Hamlish, who wrote the music to A Chorus Line, and Michael Bennett, who directed and choreographed Chorus Line, are characters within this musical. And we had, when we opened back in August, so this one's been running for a while, we had Linda Kline, who was Ed's widow and also was nominated for the Tony for writing the book of the musical. And she mentioned that in Chorus Line is a 48-year-old musical, A Class Act is a 20-year-old musical, and there's no theater anywhere that has ever programmed them together. So we're kind of making theatrical history, which is really exciting.
Which is why the books there, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Which is why we're really excited about our sort of grand finale of the season, which is A Chorus Line. Yeah. Chorus Line is one of the most popular Broadway musicals of all time. Nice. So that opens on Wednesday, just a few days away, and to be able to present those 2 pieces side by side, I think is going to be really exciting for our audiences.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite show to put on so far this summer?
Ethan has a very definite answer for this. I'm going to let him go.
Well, it's funny because I direct some of the shows and I perform in some of the shows, and I've been coming to the Weather Vane since 2012. Haven't always been the artistic director. That's only been the past 5 years or so. And I have so many shows that I have loved doing, but I keep mentioning that it is really, I think it's saying something about the strength of this season and this company, that my very favorite musical I've ever directed at the Weather Vane is this season, and my very favorite musical I've ever performed in is from this season. Wow. And that's A Class Act is my favorite musical I've ever been able to perform in at the Weather Vane, and Blood Brothers is my favorite musical I've ever directed. It really is. This musical ran for 24 years in London's West End. It's one of the longest running musicals in the history of London. And it got a reputation for being a show that garnered an instant standing ovation. As soon as the show ended, the audience would leap to its feet. And I told that to the cast and said, get ready. The ending is so powerful, it's so exciting that people are just going to leap out of their seats. And so far we've done 7 performances, and like clockwork, the show ends, everyone's up on their feet. It's
Do you
a really
feel like
special
that's
show.
the biggest reaction and reception that you've gotten for a show?
I think it's the most consistent. Yeah, like we really are. By the time you get to that ending, you can feel the audience is so engaged in the story, and the acting is just so good. I mean, from top to bottom, the company is excellent, and then you get to this big ending that I obviously can't give away.
I can't say a word.
And the audience, I mean, quite literally, the lights go out at the last moment, and the lights come up, and they're on their feet. It's really exciting.
That's exciting. That must give you goosebumps.
I'm not on stage, but it does for me at the back of the house watching it happen, for sure.
I bet it does.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just a sense of pride for what you're doing and those actors and actresses. That's
definitely.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's a show that has like a cult following, even though it's a show that I think a lot of people around here don't necessarily know of.
Right.
But like anytime we post something about it on our social media, there are fan accounts all over the country that have like alerts set up for this show. We've had people making trips to the Weather Vane to see Blood Brothers because like, oh, I have an alert. Anytime Blood Brothers is on sale, I go and make a trip and see the show, which has been great for tourism for the North Country.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But it's very much like if you love a good like melodrama and some 80s style music, like you love a good saxophone, like Blood Brothers
Guitar
is
licks,
definitely
there's some electric guitar licks in it,
and there's some great humor, but there's also some great drama. So there's really a little bit of something for everyone, quite honestly.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All jam-packed in 2.5 hours with one intermission.
One intermission. So, tickets. Where are tickets on sale for this?
You can visit our website, which is weathervanenh.org. weathervanenh.org. You can also call our box office, which is 603-837-9322, or you can visit us in person. We are located on Route 3 or 389 Lancaster Road in Whitefield. However, you may want to either visit weathervanenh.org or call 603-837-9322 to check for the most current hours of operation.
That's wonderful. So, if I were to make a trip up there, and make a night out, where could I dine? Where could I have dinner and a show?
Yeah, in at Whitefield, right next door. We shared the parking lot, and we offer, actually this is a perfect segue into sort of next season, we do offer dinner and show packages, so people can purchase they get two tickets to a show and a dinner credit next door. I mean, it quite literally is a few yards across the parking lot. I mean, it really is right there. It's sort of our home base too for the actors. Go over there for a drink after the show or get dinner before a rehearsal.
Yeah.
So
there's like the Weather Vane special, which is like a harvest salad that a lot of people will have before the show.
That's ideal. You know, you want to park, you want to eat, do your show, and then not have to worry about finding your way. That's wonderful.
Yeah, and our dinner and show packages are very popular. We already we sold out of them for this season because people they want to make, and you can still make reservations at the end. You just can't get the tickets with them for this season.
But you can for next season.
Correct.
We do have packages on sale for next season. We have started to announce shows for next season, which is really exciting. We're opening the season with Jersey Boys, which is something that the audiences have been asking for a long time, and we feel now is the time. We're also doing the classic musical Sweet Charity, which will be a lot of fun, and we'll have 9 shows total, and we're sort of slowly starting to announce them and start to sell our packages for next year.
But your fan voices have been heard.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's wonderful. It's nice that you respond so well to the audience.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's who we're doing it for. So.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations
Thank
on a full season of wonderful shows, and we'll look forward to seeing what you bring us for our next season.
Absolutely.
Thank
But
you.
don't miss Chorus Line or Class Act
Yes.
right now. So
Yes.
those are still,
Go get your
worth
tickets
it.
for Chorus Line
Yep.
and have dinner at the Whitefield Inn.
Yeah,
While you're
exactly.
there. Thank you from the Weather Vane Theater in Whitefield, New Hampshire.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. You're watching White Mountains Today.